Hi guys, it's Kerri. Welcome or welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, October the 8th. I hope you are doing well. Hope you had a great day, an amazing weekend. I feel like it's been some time since I have been on here to do a video. I I really have been trying to do this video for a while. And we are talking about my apple empties from the month of September. And yeah, I'm a little bit late in getting this to you, but nonetheless, here we are. I had some free time today. I have a quiet house. Everybody's gone. Kerri is chewing on his bone over here, so we are going to get this done. I don't have a ton in here, but I do have some really fun apple things that I want to talk to y'all about. Before I get started, I just want to reach out to any of y'all who are watching from Florida and let you know that you guys are in, our thoughts and our prayers. I know that you just went through Helene and now we are moving on to Milton, and I've kind of been watching the news, and yeah, y'all don't need any more on your plate, but here we are. So just know that we are here for y'all. We're praying for y'all, and we just pray that God will keep you and your families and your friends safe. So, all right, let's get into this video. This is my empty bin from Apple Month, which was last month, September. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that the entire month of September I devote to all things Apple, whether that be Apple candles, Apple wax, Apple soap, Apple body care, Apple room spray. I just do everything Apple. And I have said that, some people say to me, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do an entire month of that, because I just do Apple, a couple of days and I get sick of it. Well, I have heard that. And for me, I love Apple. Now, I will say, I don't know if I could do Apple year round. That is why, for me, September is just kind of like the perfect month for me to devote to Apple. And I have said before that, if you are new to my channel, you may not know that I am a former kindergarten teacher. So when I taught kindergarten, September was our Apple month. That's when we did Johnny Appleseed, and we did all these Apple projects and made applesauce. So maybe it's kind of my way of still living through my kindergarten years. I don't know. But I have yet to get tired of it, and until I do, I am, still going to do this every September because it's just fun. And in my opinion, Apple and September just go hand in hand. It's a great transitional scent, from summer into fall. So yeah, so that's what I have here. So I just wanted to share with y'all what I got through last month. So we are going to start with my candles. I did finish 2 candles. I'm so proud of myself. Now keep in mind, these were really the only 2 candles I burned for the whole month of September. So that is kind of really the only reason why I got through these as quickly as I did. This first one is no surprise. This is Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Apple. This is actually from the White Barn collection. Pumpkin apple is ground cinnamon, pumpkin, and red apple. I feel like this is just such a classic. Everybody who's anybody, if you've ever been into Bath & Body Works, you know how good this candle is. Yeah. And really, I feel like this truly is just like an ideal combination and an equal combination of both parts, pumpkin and apple. This candle, to me, I don't feel like one of those, overpowers the other. Like, this is 50% pumpkin, 50% red apple. At least to me, it is. And the ground cinnamon, I mean, yeah, there is cinnamon in this, but it's not like a red hot spicy cinnamon. It's just, to me, it's just like a pinch of cinnamon in here. because I don't consider this a spicy candle at all. It's just so good. It is, it's just perfect. And I light this baby up every year on September the 1st. Like, this is my go-to candle. This is how I kick off Apple Month. I love it. It will always be in my collection, always be a repurchase. And this particular one did pretty well for me. I mean, it burned all the way down. The wicks actually were really, really good. Didn't have any issues. So yeah, this was a winner. And then I also finished out, and I'm kind of sad about this, my summer boardwalk. And I had said this when I talked about my my apple basket for this year. This is the first year I have ever put summer boardwalk in my apple basket, and I don't know why. Because I think this year I was just going through my things and I looked at this and it said, well, caramel glazed popcorn and then the warm taffy apple. So it's like a caramel apple. And I don't know why, like last year and year before, I never thought about putting this in my apple basket, but I did this year and I'm so glad I did. It worked so well with some of the wax I had in here. I've talked about this candle many times here on my channel about how much I love it, how much I am obsessed with it. Oh, yeah. This, I love this candle. It is so good. It is such a strong performer. And I'm sad that I emptied out this one, but I do have several backups in my candle collection. This, yeah, it is so good. It is so, so good. Caramel glazed popcorn. I really don't get popcorn in here. I mainly just get like a caramel apple, like a caramel sticky candy apple. It is so good. It is so good. Now, it says summer boardwalk, but I don't limit this honestly to just summer. Like, this is such a good September into October candle. It is fabulous. It is fabulous. I will always have this in my collection. I will never be without this. Like I said, I've got, I think, like 3 left in my cabinet. It's just a winner. Love me some summer boardwalk. And moving forward, for Apple Month, I will always have that in my apple basket. I don't know why I hadn't thought of doing that before, but it works. Okay, so those were the 2 candles I emptied out. Now let me show you this hand soap. So this is Bath & Body Works Afternoon Apple Picking. The scent notes are crisp apple, succulent pear, and cinnamon. I had this in my kitchen and you really can't see, but there is the tiniest bit left. So I'm not throwing this away just yet. I am still going to put it in my kitchen. I just got it in my bin for the sake of this video. When the video's done, I'm going to go put it back in my kitchen because I think I have maybe, I don't know, a couple of more uses before it's entirely out. So, but I did just want to show y'all because I don't think it's going to make it, you know, until another empties. So, but I wanted to show you guys that this is what we enjoyed in our kitchen for September. It will probably be empty in a couple of days, but love this. I have the candle, or I had the candle to match this in my master bathroom, I believe, and I still have quite a bit of that left. So that is not emptied out yet. I can save that for next September, but love afternoon apple picking. This is just like a classic red apple to me. It's really, really, really good. Okay, I think everything else in here is wax. So really what I'm going to talk to y'all about in here are just the things that I emptied out. I do have some things that I did in September, like a couple of candles, some wax, whatnot, room spray that I did enjoy, but it's not emptied. And so for this video, I really just wanted to talk to y'all about the things that I emptied out. So I did, believe it or not, have some things that I didn't empty that I just put back in my collection that I'm going to save for next September. So for the sake of this video, these are just things that are completely emptied out. All right, so let's just get started. I'm just going to start pulling things. Oh, hi, Kerri. Oh, I thought he was chewing his bone. Either he's done with his bone or he heard me doing a video and he said, oh, I'm going to come out and say hi. Okay. All right, so first thing here, this was a sample shape from Yum Yum Wax in Apple Fritter. Kerri, hi. This was so good. I have had Deanna's Apple Fritter before, so this is a repeat for me. I think maybe one time I ordered a big bag and I loved it so much, and then she ended up sending it to me as a sample, so I was so grateful. Her apple fritter does have some spice in it, but it's really good, and her stuff just performs like crazy for me, so I loved that. Okay, next, this was a snap bar from Jim's Daughter Crafts in Boardwalk Apples, a blend of winter candy apple and saltwater taffy. This one, I debated on whether or not I wanted to save some of this for Christmas because it has the winter candy apple. And I love me some winter candy apple, my favorite Christmas scent that Bath & Body puts out. So I kind of went back and forth. I was like, maybe I should save some of this for Christmas. Obviously, I didn't. I did the whole thing in September. This was really, really good. And I remember I had this going with the summer boardwalk candle. It was amazing. This was really, really good. Yeah, you definitely got that Bath & Body winter candy apple, but I felt like maybe it was just sweetened up a little bit more by that saltwater taffy. It was fabulous. Loved it. This was a 6-pack from that Smell Good shop in I Drink and I Know Things. Apple cider, vanilla bean, and spiced amber. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I wasn't sure when I ordered this if I was going to be like the biggest fan of it with the spiced amber. Normally I'm not like a huge, hold on, Kerri, what are you doing? Yeah, normally I'm not a huge fan of things with amber, but I went ahead and got this one because it was spiced amber, and y'all know that anytime I see something that is spiced, I'm gonna go for it. This was amazing. This was kind of like an apple cider, just with like some extra kick. Maybe if you had like a big pot of cider on your stove and you had like thrown in maybe some cinnamon sticks or some like Red Hots. It was fabulous. Loved that one. I'm trying to do all my bags first. Okay. Okay, this one, now this one, when I pulled this out to put in my apple basket, it had one piece left. And I was so sad when this was all gone. This was a big, I forget what Shannon calls them. I guess snap bars maybe, from Up the Creek Scents in apple cider zucchini bread. And I will happily report to you guys that last week, I think it was, maybe a week and a half ago, I placed another order with Up the Creek. I have been wanting to place another order with her, and I just went ahead and did it. This is an older one. I've had this for a while. I mean, maybe a year and a half. It was so good. Her zucchini bread is some of the best in the business. And this was apple cider zucchini bread. So you had kind of like that savoriness. Is that a word? I don't know. But the savoriness of the zucchini bread, and then with the kind of spiciness of the apple cider, it was so good. And like I said, I only had one piece, and I knew exactly, you know, what I was going to do with that one piece. I knew I was saving it for September. So loved it. It performed so well, and I can't wait to get my new order from up the creek. This was oh gosh, I think this was a 4-pack maybe? 4-pack or 6-pack, I don't remember, from the Melt Stash. And I think Michelle at the Melt Stash calls these her shimmer squares or simmer squares, something like that. This was Grandma's Apple Pie, which was hot apple pie and pie crust. This one was nice. Believe it or not, I felt like in this one, I actually got more pie crust than I did the apple. And I was not mad about that because her pie crust is really good. You can almost like detect like the flaky layers of the pie crust. This was really good. It was just heavier on the pie crust, but it was still just so good. Love the Melt Stash, and I will again happily report to y'all that I have a box from the Melt Stash sitting in my cabinet back here that is waiting for me to film, so that will be coming to y'all in the next couple of days. Let's see, I think I have one more bag. Okay, yeah. Again, from Jim's Daughter Crafts, this was, what is this? Spiked, not spiced, but spiked apple cake. A blend of apple pie, moonshine, and vanilla white cake. When I got this, I will just tell y'all that I mainly just got it from the Scent Note apple pie moonshine. I was like, I have to get this. I love apple pie. I love vanilla white cake, but I had never in my life had something with apple pie moonshine. And I was just curious. I was like, I need to know what moonshine brings to a blend. And this was, I really, like, I know what moonshine is, but I don't drink it, and I don't really, I'm not super familiar with how it tastes or how it smells. So really, just going off these scent notes, I was thinking it was just going to be kind of like maybe a apple pie, like a kind of a boozy apple pie. I really didn't get any like boozy notes from this. I mainly just got a really, really decadent apple cake. Yeah, like a real dense, moist apple cake. I didn't really get spice, and I didn't get the moonshine, but it was still really good. I love Jim's Daughter. Love her stuff. Okay, so that is it for bags. I have a couple of scent shots, and then the majority of the things in here are clams. Okay, 2 scent shots. This one was from L3. This was actually last year part of the cranberry marmalade sampler. This is apple pumpkin streusel cranberry marmalade, and I was like, okay, this is going to pair perfectly with this pumpkin apple candle, and it did. Oh yeah, it's still strong. Yeah, this very, very like much along the lines of the pumpkin apple candle, but then you definitely could detect the cranberry marmalade in this one. Yeah, it was so good. I love these scent shots, and when I do L3 scent shots, most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, I cut them in half and they work perfectly. Never have I had to do a whole one of these in a warmer. The majority of the time I can get by with cutting them in half. I've had a few scents from L3 that, like in the scent shot, that have been so strong I've been able to get by with cutting them in thirds, but this one I cut in half, did in my living area out here, and it was so good, so yummy. Okay, this scent shot was from Yum Yum Wax. This was a blend of mac apple, zucchini bread, and sugar cookie. Oh wow. Let's see. Okay, yeah, she wrote on here a cure date of June the 10th. So I've had this, I want to say maybe like since April, May. And it still smells like, oh gosh, it still smells brand new. It's so strong. This was, I would say, yeah, out of this entire empty bin, this is easily probably in my top 3 favorites. This one was fabulous. Next time I order from Yum Yum, I'm gonna see if I can request this or get this in a super large size. Oh man, yeah. And honestly, I felt like I got all 3 of these things listed. I got that Mac Apple, and her Mac Apple is it's so good. Her zucchini bread, her zucchini bread is definitely no, it's not corn chippy. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's savory almost. So you get like a savory, not really spicy, but a savory zucchini bread with like a sweet, tart, juicy Mac Apple, and then a little bit of a bakery vibe from the sugar cook. Oh man, you guys. Oh man. Okay, now this scent shot 2 ounces, which, yeah, that's the same as this, right? Aren't L3s 2 ounces? But this Yum Yum was 2 ounces. Y'all, I cut this in thirds and I spread it out throughout my living area, open concept, and this thing lasted 2 full days. It was to die for. I loved it. I want more. Okay, everything else in here is clams, so let me show you. I think I have some duplicates in here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to see if I can put all of the duplicates together. Okay, so, all right. So looks like I did 2 from Walmart in Mainstays Warm Apple Pie. This is baked apples, cinnamon, and spice. So when I hauled this one and I talked about it, I said, you know, you can get some apple pies that are like spicy. You can get some apple pies that are heavy on like the pie crust. You can get some apple pies that are heavier on the apple. This one here, and I've had this several years in a row, like this is definitely a repeat for me. I get it every year, but this is not your typical, at least for me, it's not your typical run-of-the-mill apple pie scent. This is one of those ones that's like it's like dark and deep and rich. The apple in here is not like it's not a tart apple. It's not really juicy. It's just, this whole scent is just very deep and dark and rich. That is the only way I can describe it. And if you've had this, maybe you know what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it so much. Obviously I do. I get it every year. But it's just, it's just a different warm apple pie. Yeah, I love it. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it's deep and rich. That's the only way I can describe it. Okay, then I did, oh my gosh. So this, yeah, I would put this in the top 3 of this entire empty bin. Maybe number 1. So I did 3 clams, all from Ollie's in apple cider donut. So this says Mainstays. So obviously from Walmart. So I think I mentioned this when I talked about these. I'm guessing, and if you know, if you're watching and you know, and maybe I'm wrong, please correct me, but I'm thinking that Ollie's, maybe they sell like discontinued things from Walmart, because this is a Mainstays clam. It obviously says Walmart down there, but I have not seen this at Walmart in forever. So maybe this is discontinued from Walmart and Ollie's picked it up. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. Apple cider donut. Oh man, you guys. This was so good. So good. And I did 3 because that's all I had. When I bought these at Ollie's, they only had 3. I would have bought out the store. And these were only 99 cents at Ollie's. I would have bought them all. But my store only had 3. I may go back to Ollie's this week and see if they have more. You guys, this is fabulous. This is, oh my gosh, so good. One of the best apple cider donuts I've ever smelled. That includes retail, vendor. I don't know what is so like good about this for me. You get the donut in here. It's almost like not a glazed donut. It's like a cakey donut. But then you get like those apple cider notes. Oh my gosh. And you talk about strong. This was good. And you know what? I paired this. I wasn't sure how this was going to work with the summer boardwalk candle, but that was it. There was almost like a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of a caramel note coming through on this, which paired perfectly with the caramel apple note in this. That day that I did this, my gosh, sorry, I'm getting so excited, I'm throwing things. That day that I had these two things going together was one of the best days of the entire month of September, you guys. It was so good. Oh, I loved it. Okay, then I did two, again, mainstays from Walmart, two in sweet apple. I've talked about sweet apple before. Y'all know that I love it. Sweet apple curry, no sir. Sweet apple is juicy apple, pear, and vanilla. So, you know, if you were to smell this in the store, you would probably say this smells very summery, very springtimey, and it does. But I don't mind. And so this always goes in my melting basket for September. It is very much like a sweet, maybe a little bit tart, a green apple. It's definitely not a fall apple scent. It's very like fresh and fruity and fun, but it always goes in my, melting basket for apple month. I love it. I will get that one every year. Let's see here. Okay, I did two from Sensationals in sparkling apple spice. It just says on here, spice it up. And this is obviously from the fruit family. So yeah, I remember when I talked about this, when I hauled these, and I think, yeah, there's a video on my channel if you're interested. There's a picture and then it just says spice it up. So it looks like it's maybe some apple cocktail or apple punch. So this one, yeah, there's spice in here. Kind of, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I would say it kind of matches that picture perfectly. So it doesn't really come off as apple cider. It truly does come off as like an apple punch. And then you see how there's the cinnamon stick right there. You do get some cinnamon in this, not overly spicy. It was good. It was strong. Yeah, I would say on warm, I probably got like a 7.5, maybe 8. Throw wise. It was good. I don't know if it was my favorite, but I enjoyed it. So this would probably be a repurchase. It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it. Okay, let's see. Also from Sensationals, caramel apple spice. You can see I got this on clearance for $1. I've had this for a while. Again, from the fruit family. Now this one, I would say if I had to choose between these two, caramel apple spice and sparkling apple spice, I would probably go with the caramel apple. Again, this paired perfectly with the summer boardwalk candle. There is just something about caramel and apple together that just works for me. So this one, if I'm honest, the caramel wasn't too strong in here. You could detect it, but I could have handled more caramel to be honest. But I love it. Okay, we'll just finish out with Sensationals. Okay, Sensationals cinnamon apples. Says on here as easy as pie, fruit family. Yeah, this one I love. This one, yeah, would definitely be a repurchase for me. This one honestly could work in September, it could work in October, it could work in November, it could work in December, because there is like a holiday feel from this as well, from that cinnamon. Anytime you put cinnamon with apples, you're gonna get kind of like a holiday feel. Love it. Yeah, and it was very, very strong. My last, let's see, yeah, my last retail one here from Sensationals is Farmhouse Cookies. This goes in my apple melting basket every year. Absolutely delicious. I feel like, and this is not fruit family, this is bakery family. I feel like Farmhouse Cookies, you either love it or you hate it. And I know there's people out in YouTube that don't like this one. And I'm not one of those people. I am team Farmhouse Cookies. I love it. Oh man, do I love it. And I have to credit Krista, my sweet friend Krista. I have to credit Susan Fitzpatrick. They were the ones that kind of hyped this one up to me when I first started doing videos, when I first got into vendor wax and retail wax. And they kept talking about this Farmhouse Cookies, and I was like, what is this? And then I went to Walmart, I smelled it, and I was like, okay, I see what the hype is about on this one. It is fabulous. It kind of, well, not kind of, it does. It reminds me of apple oatmeal cookies. So not an oatmeal raisin cookie. If there is such a thing, I don't know if anybody has ever made an apple oatmeal cookie, but I'm picking up like on those oats, like raw oats. You're baking cookies in the oven with, yeah, oatmeal cookies, maybe with like apple chunks in them. I don't know, but I'm getting oats and I'm getting apple. So like an apple oatmeal cookie. I don't know. It's so good. Always a repeat for me. Love Farmhouse Cookies. And I've got 5 things left, and all of these are vendor. I have 2 here from the same vendor. Both of these from Celicious. I have only ordered from Celicious one time, but I definitely need to go back again because everything I have warmed from Celicious, and Christy is the owner, such a sweetheart. Everything I've warmed has done just so well for me. This one here was apple pumpkin. It says on here crisp apple and pumpkin patch. So this one, yeah, you probably know that I paired this one with my pumpkin apple candle. Now the candle, like I said, comes off to me equal parts pumpkin and apple. This one here from Celicious, I feel like is maybe just a smidge, not a lot, but a smidge heavier on the apple than the pumpkin, but obviously that worked great for me because I was doing apple month. Yeah, really, really good, really, really strong. And then this one here from Celicious was crisp apples, and this was just fresh red and green apples, and that's exactly what you got from this. Yeah. It just okay, yeah, you know what? Very much along the lines of afternoon apple picking. Like it just smells like a fresh, ripe apple. You get juicy in here, which kind of makes you think like a red apple, like a red delicious apple. But then you also get a little bit tart, which would make you think like a Granny Smith green apple. So it's exactly what it says. Fresh red and green apples. Loved it. Okay, I finished out this little snap bar, I guess, yeah, snap. It's in a clam, but it was a snap bar from Foxy Moxy Studio. That is a shop on Etsy, and I've had this for a while, like over a year, I think, maybe just around a year. This was apple pickin', and it is Granny Smith apples, Macintosh apple, pear, oak leaves, oak moss. So you know what, y'all? I really have enjoyed my things from Foxy Moxy, and I actually got back on Etsy maybe a month or so ago, and I checked out her shop. Unfortunately, she has increased her prices, which is no fault of her. I mean, everybody's having to increase their prices, but that's why I haven't placed another order with Foxy Moxy. If it weren't for a price increase, I would definitely order again because I really loved everything I ordered. And this one was really good. It just was kind of what it says. I mean, yeah, I would say very similar to this one here from Celicious, the crisp apples. You got juicy and tart, and that's kind of what you got from this one too. You got like a juicy red apple, but you also got a tart green apple. Loved it. Okay, and my last two here are both from Sensey, and these, yeah, I think both of these were from, oh, actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Okay, I want to say maybe this one, Apple Press, was sent to me by Chris, Dazzling Scents with Chris. And then the Spiced Apple Chestnut was sent to me by Maggie. And I know it was Maggie because Maggie was so sweet to write the scent notes for me. Y'all know that I am a Sensey newbie. I really don't know much about it. So most of the Sensey I have is because people like Maggie and Chris have sent it to me. So this one here from Chris, Apple Press. This one, yeah, ooh, this one was good. I forgot how strong this one was. Yeah, very much like a, oh, you know what? Now that I'm smelling it, I'm getting, again, kind of like a little bit juicy, a little bit tart. If I'm honest, I did this one at the very beginning of September, so that's over a month ago. I honestly don't remember what this one was on warm. I do know it was good. I do know that but now that I'm smelling it like in the empty one, I'm getting like some juicy and some tart. So, that's so bad that I don't remember what this was on warm. But I do know it was good because if it was bad, I think I would have made a mental note to talk to y'all that I didn't like it, but I loved it. So now this one was sent to me by Maggie because there is her handwriting. Spiced Apple Chestnut. This is from the Scents of the Season collection. Now I do know this one was one of my favorites. Now this one is, wow, strong. Oh, you know what? And I wish I could read her writing. It kind of like faded a little bit. And I want to know what the scents are for Spiced Apple Chestnut. So maybe you Sensey people, Kerri, you're okay. Maybe you Sensey people who are watching, let me know in the comments what are the exact scent notes for this, because I remember loving it, but I don't know what it was I was smelling. There's like a definite woody note in here, which maybe that's from the chestnuts, maybe. And there's spice, which makes sense because it's called Spiced Apple Chestnut. Oh yeah, this one was good. And I do know I have a couple of these left in my collection, so I do know I liked this one. I just don't know what the scent notes are. So help me out, you Sensey people who are watching. Let me know what the scent notes are for Spiced Apple Chestnut because it was really, really good and I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, so you guys, I am at 38, oh wow, 38 minutes. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to bring y'all my apple empties because I'm a little bit late in bringing those to you guys. But I had such a fun month in September, warming this, burning this, smelling this. It was just a perfect way to usher in the fall season. So thank you guys so much for clicking on and spending some of your Tuesday with me. You're probably going to see me again in a couple of hours. I am so far behind on videos. My goal today is to bring y'all one more, maybe two, but definitely one more. I'm trying to get caught up. Thank you guys so much for clicking on. That is for my subscribers. I love and appreciate you guys. If you're not a subscriber, please, please hit the like and the subscribe. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I have decided what we're going to do for our 300 subscriber giveaway. So I'm going to be bringing that exciting announcement to y'all probably the end of this week. Be looking for a video from me on Friday for what we're going to do for our giveaway. Can't wait. So excited. I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me reach that milestone. I still can't believe I'm at 300. It's like, wow. I just love y'all. I love being a part of this community. I love talking wax and just sharing, you know, our love of smelly goods with each other. It's so fun. All right, you guys take care. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see y'all in a little bit for video number 2. Bye, guys.